All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things, okay? So, okay. Safaree pops up to Gag City, Miami, and we also got to talk about Kelsey, Nicole, aka Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, aka took the money and ran, aka CLOUT Chase. Let's get into Kelsey first. So apparently, Kelsey Nicole is CLOUT chasing. All right. So she posted a picture in Nicki Minaj's new shoes, the Nicki times lock. I don't even know how you say that name. Collection, right? So she had the internet thinking that Nicki was, made her an ambassador, or she was the new, like, I don't know, face of the shoe. So she posted, have y'all checked out Locky by Nicki Minaj shoe line? Now available at DTL Official and Shoe Palace. I'm wearing the Press Play shoe. This brand is eco-friendly and constantly working to protect future generations to come. Available in-store and online. Shop at Lock by Nicki and Lock on Tour. And then she tagged the photographers, makeup artists in the studio and everywhere. I mean, this looks like a full ad. And then the post was a whole ad. Okay? And so the internet was like, oh my God, Nicki went and played a game and made Megan Thee Stallion's ex-best friend the ambassador for her shoe line. And so the Shade Room posted it. Everybody was talking. People were dragging Nicki. Nicki's so pressed. She's so thirsty, this, that, and the third. Nicki was on tour, so Nicki didn't really catch the tea. So then Nicki caught wind of it and made this post, a lengthy post. And she says, the fact that the Shade Room posted this lie 5 days ago, and I'm just finding out, ciao, LOL. I love being booked and busy. Models for my collection? Huh? She posted a photo in my sneakers. Me nor my company knew anything about it until she posted it. So she did what many people did when they received my sneakers. They posted a photo in them. Kelsey definitely went all the way out with this professional looking backdrop though. But she is in no way professionally connected to my sneaker. No matter what y'all pay the Shade Room to post, please remember that I did a sold-out record-breaking tour and then was asked to do a second leg. Too busy and too successful for the clownery. These calculated planned stories and narratives every time y'all gotta promote only makes me feel even more like I'm Nat B. No confidence in your talents and abilities as labels to sell albums or anything. So you waste money and energy on this. Gag City, Miami tonight. By the way, did Kelsey not tell them she was modeling for the line barbs? That she wasn't modeling for the line barbs? Did she just let them think that? I gotta get caught up, y'all. Let's show. Woo wee. Woof. On makeup chair. Okay. Here's my thing. I don't know what if she saw that, if she led them on, but in my mind, I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, let's just call a thing, Nicki. Even if she did say, hey, Barbs, this was just a spoof and a cackle, you don't put that much energy into a post and a picture and then write a caption like that and not want people to think that you are a paid model. Kelsey, you tried that. You were a paid model. That is what you wanted the people to think. That is why, I went on her page. I don't know if it's the correct page, but from the page I saw, the ad or the picture looked like it had been removed. This is some nasty work. This is some very nasty work. This is some nasty, nasty, nasty work. Now, I get it. It could have been a thing where you fake it till you make it. Perhaps she just wanted to show what she could bring and what kind of conversation she could bring around Nicki Minaj and her sneaker brand. And sometimes people will go and fake it and try to get a deal. And maybe she thought, maybe if I play like a model or the ambassador, we would get such engagement that Nicki and her team would then find a way to give me a contract and maybe throw me a little bit of a bag to promote it. Maybe that's what she thought. Maybe that's what she thought. Now, you want to know what I think she thought? Child, I'm going to go viral in these shoes. I think me and Nicki is cool because Nicki been shouting me out. I done slightly got on the phone with Nicki. We done dragged Megan Thee Stallion. We got a little messy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go and really, this is not really about Nicki, but about Nicki. But I need a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Nicki to clout chase Megan Thee Stallion and stab her in the back because, the people know that me and Meg fell out. Nicki and Meg don't like each other. And people know that I have some sort of weird lineage affiliation, possibly with Nicki Minaj. So let's go ahead and shake the internet up real quick. And Nicki may not think nothing of it because I purchased the shoe. Kelsey, you know exactly what you did. This looks like a freaking ad. Why would you do all that for a pair of shoes that you just bought for no reason? And then, given the context of who the person is, it's like, girl, you wanted this attention and it backfired. You look crazy as I can't stand Kelsey after that. Why would you do that? And if I'm Nicki, block her. Block her immediately. Even if she said, hey, Barbs, I told you guys that I wasn't the brand ambassador, but that is not what you insinuated. You wanted people to think this, so I can't really get mad at the Shade Room because, girl, this is what it looks like. Now, perhaps maybe you feel like they should have did better research, but who knows? They could have reached out to you, Nicki, and you probably didn't respond. So at the end of the day, Kelsey knew what she was doing by doing this, and I have no sympathy for her. She should be blocked and dragged. And Nicki, you call her immediately and tell her, you slew-footed, nasty, wop face. Don't play with me like that. Keep me out of your stuff. But at the same time, Nicki, you did go and dig her out of the gutters when you were beefing with Megan Thee Stallion. So maybe it's a 1-for-1. You used her, she used you, you guys used each other. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just call it even and don't let it happen again. Okay? Now, Safaree, he pops up in Gag City wearing a jean vest. A lot of the girls were upset. Nicki saw him. She was gagging, threw a little shade at him, seemingly. It was totally different from when she saw me. I'm just saying. She saw Safaree and she kind of looked at him, in my opinion, and everyone else's opinion on the show, and she kind of was wearing him about fumbling a girl like her and would never, be able to get another one of her and something like that. I really didn't really understand it because it was kind of loud. But, they were saying that she looked at him, and she did look like she was looking that direction when she was giving her speech and pretty much saying you need to let go of losers in order to level up. Something along those lines. And then she twirled around like she was Cinderella, Tinkerbell, or going somewhere into the land beyond, like some sort of princess. And Safaree was escorted out. He was leaving with his security. So let's talk about it. And I also thought what was very interesting too. Once I think Nicki had caught word that Safaree was in Gag City, then she brought Kenneth Petty up on stage and danced on him. Listen, Nicki is over Safaree. Nicki does not want to be with Safaree anymore. And I think that she made it clear by bringing her husband out. Okay, I'm married. I got my man. And, maybe Kenneth Petty was like, I'm going out there. Bring me out there, because this man is out here thinking he going to troll, thinking he going to take a moment away from you. So, okay, girl, bring me out there and let people know it's not no game. She's taken. And I'm, this is my wife. This is my baby's mother. So at the end of the day, back off, loser. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Nicki was just like, let me bring my man out here and let this fool know. Like, it's not giving that. I know you still may have butterflies. You may have regrets. You might be in your feelings still. You might think that there may be a chance. You might think that you might catch me by the eye while I'm on stage, and there may be a glimmer of hope. But just in case you thought that, I'm going to bring my husband out, and I want you to watch me dance all over this man. And even if she wasn't thinking like that, she could also thought, let me go ahead and drive the wedge even in further. Not only am I Nicki Minaj, not only am I the most successful female rapper in the game, not only am I on my sold-out world tour second leg, but now I'm going to bring my husband out, my baby's father, and stroke and grind all over him. The spot that you have once occupied and fumbled for whatever reason. This is what an L looks like for you, Safaree. Now, Gag in the City in your general admission ticket in row 113 or 145 off to the corner, up in the back. You know what I mean? I feel like she could have gave that too. Now, when it comes to Safaree going there, Safaree absolutely knew that he was going to draw a lot of attention. He absolutely knew it was going to be a viral moment. That's why he had 3 security guards. He just knows his name was going to bring a lot of attention. So he definitely was trolling. But at the same time, I watched his vlog too. And even with all the trolling, I didn't mind him going to support because he was a big part of her earlier career, and he was a huge fan of her. And what I can appreciate outside of the trolling and attention seeking, I like that it feels like he really wasn't a hater. You never really heard him badmouth Nicki in a nasty way. He always bigged her up. So whatever he did or wherever they went wrong, I could tell that he regrets it and he misses her and he loves her. You know what I mean? And he wishes that things would have been different. That's on one hand. On the other hand, I also feel like dude feels like I had a piece of this. So, and I want to see how it manifested as well. Like, I went through my ish. I've slept with my women. I got my kids. Like, I'm over the BS. Now I want to get to the point where, you know what? I feel like we're at such a space. I'm at a place. She's at a place where it's like, girl, we made great music together. You're on tour. I'm hoping you play one of the songs that I was on or I wrote with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wanted to see if she would play some of the songs that he was on. Did it on him. I don't know if she played Did It on him there. But maybe he was waiting to hear that. Maybe he was just trying to get a glimpse of like what that would feel like to hear his voice on a main stage on a world tour like that. He's always desired that. Safaree's wanted to be a rapper. Safaree wanted to be an artist. He helped build a lot of Nicki Minaj's earlier career. So he probably just wanted to see like what it was like. I would too, especially if I was able to get my feelings and my emotions. Like once I got over that and understand it is what it is. She's moved on. I've moved on. I've had kids. She's had a kid. Like it's not even giving that no more. But I still have love for her. We made history together. And I seen her at the start of her transcendence. It's like, why wouldn't I want to go see her on tour if it's not gonna cost me anything? It's not gonna it's not gonna be anything stressful for me. It's not gonna trigger me emotionally. It's not gonna make me feel any kind of way. I'm not gonna crash out and feel miserable. I'm still a fan. I want to see her win. I've gotten over the fact that we're no longer in a relationship. That ship has sailed many, many moons ago. So let me go enjoy some of the product and the fruits of my labor and see it at work and see what it became. Because at some point you have to understand they were either in a car, in a hotel, in a bedroom together, dreaming of this very moment, dreaming and fantasizing about this very day, and you got to see it in real time. And so whether he was backstage, on stage, or in the audience, I still feel like if I were able to get my emotions in check and involved and not be able to take it personal and just enjoy it for the work and the craft of the surface level value that it serves, then I would have went too. And I think that Safaree honestly is there because while he may not be in Kenneth Petty's spot, Safaree is still a celebrity. He got something out of it. He may not be Nicki Minaj. He may not be an A-list celebrity, but at the same time, he was able to benefit something. He's got money. He's got social status. He's got a career. So I don't see the man really just being pressed because it ain't like he's a nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's got his own lane. And, Safaree's a quirky set. You know what I mean? He's a quirky man. A little goofy, corny, So I think Safaree is right where he needs to be with his personality type. So I don't know. It was actually cool to see him there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I do feel like him watching that, he does have a little like, dang, like you did it. I remember that day we talked about it, and this is what you wanted. You're here. Wow. And a piece of him feels like we did it. We did it. It happened. But you have to imagine, like, you even with all that being said, there has to be this thing like, it happened. But would I have wanted it to happen if I knew that it was going to end like this? Because it's almost one of those things like, in order for it to have happened, they needed to split. And so now it's like, you were in the mud, you've seen her cry, you helped her write, you did this, you were there, you were background vocals, you were the biggest fan, you were the biggest bar, and now she's one of the biggest household names in the world. Everything that you dreamed of, everything that you guys talked about and manifested has come to reality, except the longevity of your relationship. Now you're getting to see her be the Nicki Minaj, sold out world tour with another man and a child. Not only with another man, married. Now, when you have no connection to her anymore, you are just now in the crowd watching someone that you helped build with, got music with, was there from the beginning, and you're having to watch her live out her dreams without you. That has to really hurt, though. That has to really hurt. And for all we know, this could have been what Safaree really needed to, like, all right, you know what? I'm at peace. I don't know. I'm getting a little tingly and teary-eyed because I just kind of feel like, okay, hold on. I was trying to see if I was going to cry, but I was just like, girl, I do. Like, I'm really feeling like some type of way right now. Because that is a lot. That's a lot. And then to watch him after she spun around and went down and he walked out. I don't know. That you just gotta think about like building something with someone, and then when it all happens, the end of your relationship, like, in order for it to happen, it's almost like that person has to die or that relationship has to die. It's almost like you knowing someone so well, like the back of your hand, from their favorite color, their favorite food, the way they think, the way they move, the way they talk, the way they're feeling in this very moment, to going to being someone that you used to know. They used to know, like, you don't know her anymore. She doesn't know him anymore. They will never be able to talk about what it feels like, what this was like, things that they dreamed and they planned on discussing when this moment came. I'm sure there's times where he's like, damn, I really want to call Nicki right now. I don't know if she feels the same. But I don't know. I think that she does a better job with hiding it or concealing it or pushing that to the over there. But I don't think she hates Safaree. I don't think she's in love with them. But I think that she knows that, like, I can't even do it. Like, I can't even engage with you even a little bit. And I think it helps for her, because even if there was an inkling of a feeling there, Safaree is just too corny. It's too corny of a man, okay? And he's too talkative of a man. He's too glittery and shiny of a man for Nicki Minaj. Does that make sense? Some women like colorful men. And I don't mean colorful mean like fruitcake. I mean, colorful meaning like you got to be the center of attention. You're dancing, you're doing the snake, you're gyrating, you're crumping, you're slithering around like Michael Jackson. You know, you're singing, you're dancing, you're comedy, you're loving hip hop, you're with Erica Mena. You know, it's just too much chaos. It's too corny. I'm over it. Even if I cared, because that was a moment like, well, damn, you know what? Some niggas out there, I see you. Yeah, I remember, but moving on. Because you get in your mind, that for that little bit, you might feel like, I'm here. Yep, it happened. But then you snap back and be like, this fool's a loser. Gotta go. Don't get caught in it. But I think he went to show, like, I still love you. Like, I don't care. And whatever, you never know. You never know. They could have had a powwow 10 years ago when they was in. They said, if we ever break up and it goes bad like this, I don't care who you with, whatever. When you become this, that, third, I don't care where I'm at. If you got kids, this, that, third, I'm going to come. I'm going to let you know I ain't never going to be too far away. You know? And even in that mood, maybe she was crying, he held her and I told her, and they knew it was going to come to an end. And that was him signaling back from 10 years ago. I'm never going that far. If you ever need me. But for Nicki, who knows? That shit may sell. But for him, I think he needed that for himself. And I'm here for him. I get it. He did the little trolley thing, but I think it was deeper than that. I think it was a little bit more personal for him for that, you know? And so I'm not mad. And it was a little bit of sentimental for me because I just know how that feels. I just feel like I understand on both ends where that feels, what that looks like. You feel me? Like, damn, that has to be hard for both of them. Maybe easier for her to get over. But like to know that y'all were together building and hoping and dreaming for this very moment. And now for y'all to be here, but be so far. Like y'all in the same room, at the same place, at the same time, at the moment. But millions and millions and millions and millions of miles away. But you can see her though. You can see her. Dang near could run up and touch her. She could see you. But you're millions of miles away. There's so much space and distance and energy separating you guys. And she twirled away and went down. He turned and walked out. But he communicated. But to me, that still was a communication. They communicated to each other. They had a moment. That's why I feel like Kenneth Petty also gave in that background, let's walk around. And if I'm Kenneth Petty, let's walk around. Because what you doing? Because that's what a nigga would do. I don't care who you with. I'm still going to show up. Because now if I'm Kenneth Petty, Safaree, the audacity. Because now you trying to be like a man. You still trying to show like you still here. You trying to get, because you know the relationship they had. Like you almost trying to let her, like, even if we got something going on, you not getting back over here. I don't know what kind of bat signal you trying to send, Safaree, but it's over, my boy. You snooze, you lose. But it has to be hard to watch another man, oh my God, pick up everything that you were hoping to gain or build. I don't know. I feel a little bit different about it than a lot of the internet. I'm not going to call him a clout chaser. I'm not going to call him mentally ill because I don't think it's that. I think that he deserved to be able to go. He was a part of it, and he showed that he still supports her and loves her. Did he need to troll it? No, but, you know, it was going to be a spectacle anyway. He wanted to go. He loves her still. He does. He does. He does. He does. He's probably never going to go away, never going to get over it. That's on him. But he got to watch her like everybody else. And maybe he needed that for his own closure. We can't tell people how to heal, and we don't know. He was there. He bought a ticket. He bought security for everybody. He bought merchandise. He had fun. That was his girlfriend. That was his girl. He lost her. He lost her. And, you know, and Nicki, you know, for her, she got to talk her ish. You lost me, baby. Bye. That's so sad. It's really emotional for me. Like it's a gag, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at Safaree for going. I thought it was an interesting night. I think that, even now Nicki personally, now she probably would never tell Kenny this or anybody. She probably was gagged a little bit, flattered. She probably, because when you leave somebody, you be wanting to tell them like, yeah, you're gonna see, I'm the best thing that's happened to you. So that was able for her to be like, yeah, you did lose me, and then you went to a bunch of fools. Bye, you know, and he just had to eat that. So I don't know. It was interesting. It felt romantic. It just felt like a love story. I feel like that could be like a movie. Like, you know what I mean? There was definitely some energy behind that. Like even through the screen, it just the whole thing just felt, and then like Nicki's online making it like Miami was the best city today. It was like she's really gassing it up. Like Miami was the best city and all these different variables. So that's what I'm saying. Like she's playing into it in her own way too, but never acknowledging that Safaree was there, but then like blowing up this Miami show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole thing. It's a lot going on with that Miami Gag City, in my excuse me, in my opinion. So I don't know, guys. I don't think anything else will come from this, but it was just an interesting whole little situation, and I hate that for them. But you live and you learn, and you move on, and hopefully Safaree can move on, and still support, and hopefully Nicki gets whatever she got out of it, and she's moved on, and Ken Petty, her and Ken and Petty are happy. So, shout out to Nicki Minaj, shout out to Gag City, shout out to Safaree, shout out to everybody. A successful night, and Kelsey, you tried it, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you mad at Safaree? Do you think that it was some tea? Do you think he was just trolling? What do you guys think? Until next time, keep that same energy. We'll see you soon. Peace out.